Well, hello to all you lovely people. How are you all doing? Welcome to another live stream. I hope we're all well, and I hope this guy is too. Hello.
What's with the po-po?
I don't know. I just felt like clicking a button. They're all there, and I thought, oh, what can I click? I thought, let's have something.
You thought, woo, it's a sound of the police. Why not? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it was just on there. How's you doing?
I'm all right. I'm not too bad. Thank you very much. I am at a slight angle today, as you can see, simply so I can put my foot up. So I had a little bit of an accident in the week.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Well, I've either, I don't know, I've either broken or dislocated my big toe on my left foot.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Show us, or it didn't really happen.
I can kind of demonstrate, kind of like how your foot you should like push off like that. I unfortunately, my foot was underneath me and I fell backwards, so my foot pushed over like that. So my toes went my toes were very close to the top of my foot, which is probably a little more of a stretch than they should be able to do. So yeah.
Well, that's not nice.
And I've got a Paulie there as well. Look, Paulie.
You're like old manish, always falling over or doing something.
You know what? To be honest, I never fall over. I'm not clumsy at all. And Lynn went straight away, oh, clumsy. I mean, Lynn's the clumsiest person on the planet. Lynn can like fall over. I'll tell you a very quick story, which Lynn will hate. We were in Florida and we're in this cinema, and it was like 3 stories high, the huge atrium type thing. And it got like marble floors or something along those lines, porcelain tiles, that type of thing. And she dug her foot into the floor, which screeched and echoed absolutely everywhere. And she went flying. And I just managed to catch her and like swing around in this
what a hero,
romantic but actual kind of please for God's sake don't face plant on the floor kind of moment. And like all the staff were like, oh, are you okay? Is she okay? She's fine. Come on. Let's get moving. But yeah, Lynn will fall over on a perfectly flat floor, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, this is a rarity for me, but I've come a bit of a cropper.
She's not in the chat to defend herself, I don't think, today.
Well, I believe it's on. I mean, she might have missed that. Hi, Lynn.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, before we carry on, I think I need to say hi to the guys in the chat because there's a lot of people been here.
Well, it's been all afternoon, hasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know where to start. I just caught an odd comment trying to get back to the start. Adam in New York was with us. He says, hello, come inside the missus. I'm not sure what that one relates to. I think I might have missed that one earlier.
Come inside me, the missus. What? I mean, you can read that in many different ways.
I don't know.
Oh, Lynn's saying she didn't miss it. There we go.
There we go. We've got AJ Pink in the house with us as well. Good evening, AJ.
Hey, AJ.
Well, we have got Jeremy Carr with us as well. He says, hi, Trevor. That's just a random comment that I've picked on there to try and get everyone. We've got Morton's reviews with us.
Hey, Morton.
Hey, Morton. We've got Woody with us as well. I'm just trying to find a nice... there we go. Woody's with us as well. It says Acoustic Spice Girls.
Yeah.
This is a conversation that was going on.
In reference to a gig that we went to, wasn't it?
Yeah. We've got... Where are we? I've lost track already. We've got Adam. We've got Woody. We've got AJ. We've got Jeremy.
We've got Jezza.
Here we go. Mad Dog's with us from Australia. Good morning, Mad Dog.
Good morning, Mad Dog. G'day, mate.
Down here. We've got Anthony Lipiello in the chat as well. Good.
Hey, Anthony.
All of you lovely people in the chat. We have Darren G with us. Says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Darren. We've got Cinema San. Hello.
Hello. Indeed.
Send me out a lot.
Meow.
We've got Gone Hollow Media. Good evening, Gone Hollow.
Hey, Gone Hollow.
Got Ethan Schneider. Hey, Ethan.
Hey, Ethan.
We've got Martin's Movie Cupboard. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Martin.
Good evening, Martin.
7399 says, yo.
Yo, indeed.
Yo. I've got John Robinson with us. Good evening, John.
Hey, John Robinson.
Where are we? What's that? Cinema Sun's asking, anyone staying up for the Oscars? Are you someone up for the Oscars, or have you...
No. I will wake up in the morning, put social media on and go, oh, they won, did they? And that'll be it.
Yeah. I don't think there'll be any big surprises, really.
No, I don't.
No, John the movie guy. John the movie man is with us. We've got Jerry Cheer in the house. Good evening, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
And hey to all collectors.
Jerry.
We've got Big Jace. Good evening, fellow Glad, and everyone in the stream. Trevor Mora is with us. He says, not care about the Oscars since they stopped making real movies about 30 years ago. I sense
there's a few, Trevor. They're not as thick and fast, it's true, but
yeah,
there's a few out there.
Martin's movie covered with us as well. Good evening, Martin. If I haven't shouted out already.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the third time for Martin, but there we go.
There we go. Lynn's with us as well.
Then in the other room.
Quick question from Gone Hollow Media. Anyone know if there's a 4K available anywhere for the Jeff Goldblum The Fly?
I don't believe so. I think it's still blue, isn't it? Blue only.
I think so. I've only seen Blu-ray, but I've not been keeping an eye on it. Grateful Black with us as well. Says, hi everyone, glad to be back watching this. I'm glad you're back with us as well.
Yeah.
Alex, great. I await people praising X film winning or complaining X film didn't win at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Yes, that's usually the way it goes. Before we get on to the Oscars, I heard some disappointing sort of news today in relation to not really physical media, but TV and things like that. Glenn, you know, I'm watching through a TV series with my eldest boy at the minute and really enjoying revisiting it again. And that's Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy?
Yeah, I'll pick this picture because it's around about what season that we're up to, where I think we're on season 5.
4, 5?
I believe. 4 or 5. And the reboot, New Sunnydale, has it's been canned.
Dumped by Hulu,
got its pilot and it's been dumped before it even got going. And now I thought this was a shoo-in. I thought, you know, this is definitely going to go to series. We're going to get some more Buffy. And I was quite excited about it because I'm watching through the show again and really enjoying it. And I'm quite disappointed by the news. But then looking at it, I can kind of see why it perhaps didn't work in pilot form for Hulu, really, who they got behind the camera. I don't know if it makes a difference with the lack of Joss Whedon and having a different writers team. Have you got any opinions on it? Or
no, not really. I feel sorry for the new young cast that had been all excited and thinking they're series regulars and all that kind of stuff. And again, I'd have thought it was an absolute shoo-in to get a series. I'm surprised they pulled the plug, to be honest. They've obviously got their reasons, but
to be honest,
apparently Sarah Michelle Gellar just only cropped up in a cameo or something for the last shot of the first episode. Maybe that gave them the wobbles or something. I don't know.
I've not really read a lot into it, but it surprised me, to be honest, with the choice of director with Chloe Zhao. Zhao, is that right? I can't pronounce it right. But yeah, the director choice surprised me because I wouldn't have expected that choice because she's not really sold to me as a director that could handle that sort of show. I don't think she did a very good job with her Marvel movies, Eternals. I don't think she suited that kind of action or genre. It didn't particularly work very well. So it always surprised me that she'd got this pilot Buffy, but I assume it was because she was a big fan and had a unique perspective to sell it and get Sarah Michelle Gellar back in place. But
I don't know. There seems to be something with Disney when they've hired somebody, especially with Marvel, for like their TV shows or anything like that, that they seem to want to really keep them in the family and push them into projects and things. And obviously she was part of the Marvel family, but I wasn't excited about her being part of it, but
no, that's fair.
Gonna
Hello Media says no Xander. No, he's very troubled man now.
Yeah.
Alex Great says, has a legacy reboot ever been as good as the original? Did you not watch the Lethal Weapon series?
You know what? I quite liked the first season of Lethal Weapon.
It was okay. It was
I didn't think it was terrible.
Not passionate.
I liked him as Riggs, to be honest. I didn't mind him. You know, he's no Mel Gibson, but he was all right. But yeah.
Fair. Trevor Mora says, after endless Star Trek reboots, do you want to see Buffy tarnished? Some series are best left alone. Yeah.
I mentioned Star Trek reboots earlier to you, didn't I? Because rumbles yesterday that we're possibly getting a new Firefly series, and then it's been announced it's an animated series.
I was going to go into that in a second, but yeah, just brush over that.
Okay. But somebody put on social media, the amount of money they pump into these Star Trek TV shows and what have you. Surely there was enough money to be able to put in for a live-action Firefly series.
Yeah,
but then I don't know if they're, if they're panicking over Buffy. Firefly stood no chance of a live-action show.
No, I think they. Do you think it perhaps burned them with certain spin-off shows that they tried to do that just absolutely failed, like Willow, or like some of their Star Wars shows as well? I know they said Star Trek, sorry, but I mean, The Acolyte completely flopped on its bottom, and say the Willow show, they removed and sent that to tax write-off hell. I think they're a bit burnt at rebooting some of their IPs.
Yeah, and I think something like Firefly, although we liked it, it's quite niche. It's got a cult following, but it's not probably mass appeal, is it? Really? No. So,
I think, to be honest, with Firefly, I think it's a nice way of doing it with an animated show. Because I mean, a lot of these actors, let's face it, getting on a bit. There's this big time jump if they went back to live action, and yeah, would it be the same? Would it have the same energy or anything like that with them all aging up?
Yeah, and when you think about it, like Fillion and Alan Tudyk, for sure, they've done so much voiceover work, animated characters and things like that. So, probably a safer bet, maybe.
I actually dug this out earlier as well. I thought, I wonder if my lad would be interested in giving it a look. So I thought I might dig it out, because the news of this animated show is actually sort of sparked stuff on me, and thought, you know what, I've not watched that in a while. I wonder if my kid would watch it with me. But yeah, I might give it a try. It's
I thought the film was actually quite good, to be honest.
Yeah, the film was solid. I had really enjoyed Serenity. I've got it. I bought it 4K, which I've not watched yet. But yeah, it's one I upgraded from my Blu-ray Steelbook to get the 4K edition of it.
It lives in the land of cellophane.
Yes, pretty much. Martin's Movie Cupboard says, love the original Buffy series. Grateful Black says the whole idea of vampire slaying is out of sync with modern politics of inclusion of mutation and variation rather than destruction of difference. That was a bit deep for us.
Yeah.
Mad Dog says, never Buffy, Charmed, etc.
No, Charmed was never something I bothered with.
No. Buffy, I think watching it back, I think it has some real strong storylines and strong direction as well at times. There's a few horror elements that actually work better in the TV show than I've seen in a lot of modern films as well. The way it's built, the way it's structured in a scene was so much better for a TV show like Buffy than it was for some of the modern horror films. I find certain Buffy things were far scarier than, for example, without putting it down, Primate. That was a horror thing. I know it was a crazed ape, monkey, chimpanzee, but the horror elements
cover all bases. Ape, monkey, chimpanzee, orangutan, yes.
The horror elements of it were just far better back then on the Buffy TV show. I thought, personally. But yeah, Jeremy says Buffy is cool. Only watched it once though. Haven't felt the urge to rewatch. Mad Dog says he liked the Lethal Weapon show. It's fairly good.
Yeah, first season was all right.
Alex Gray, Angel was better anyway.
Quite like Angel.
Yeah, we're watching through Angel as well at the minute. We're on season 2 of Angel. I think it's 5 of Buffy, 2 of Angel. I think we're into 2 episodes, and we'll be carrying on, hopefully.
I can't show my mug off because I'm right-handed, but if I was left-handed,
very good. There we go. Trevor says, more excited that they found 2 classic Doctor Who episodes than hearing about any new series. I didn't realise they found some new ones.
Who keeps finding? I mean, how do they get lost in the first place?
I think the BBC sold them or stored them somewhere overseas, somewhere random. It didn't. The BBC at this point didn't back anything up. They didn't keep duplicates of it, and I think they either got sold off or stored somewhere random, like Egypt or somewhere like that. And over time, they just became lost, or people lost track of them. People just had them destroyed or whatever, and they disappeared.
They weren't found as part of the Epstein files then, or anything.
I'll let someone else fill me in. I'm not fully up to what the BBC did with their things. Someone might know a hell of a lot better than I do, but I'm sure it was something like that they either sold them off or stored them somewhere random, and they just went missing over time. Where am I? Sorry, I've lost us.
Where am I? Where am I?
Jeremy Carr, I like Firefly. I watched it 3 times in my life. I don't know if I watched it again unless I'm showing someone that hasn't seen it before. And I think that's what I'm getting from some of these shows like Buffy. Watching it with my kids is really nice to do. Revisit those shows that I know I enjoyed and get their enjoyment as well, watching their reaction and things.
And force it onto them.
Yeah.
Daddy liked this. You will like it too.
I think as well, when you know there's such big storylines coming up, I sort of look across and I'm looking for that reaction from him. So like in Buffy, when Angel turned bad and killed Jenny Calendar, spoilers for anyone, I was just looking for that moment when he discovered it for the first time. It's like, there we go. I've seen the tears in your eyes, son. Lap it up. But I'm looking for that reaction and seeing how he enjoys them too. But he does like them. He will go back to them. Martin's Movie Cupboard enjoyed Firefly as well. Gone Hello Media says never made it past season 2 of Buffy for some reason. Some of the guts, there's some cracking episodes. Some are absolutely terrible, but there are some that just make you appreciate the series.
Fine with any season. There's any series like that. There's often filler episodes, isn't there, kind of thing. But
yeah,
on the whole, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, Darren G says Joss Whedon was a top writer. He also made the best Avengers film, the first one. That's fair. He was a great writer. I mean, you're going back even as far as Pixar's Toy Story. I think he did a lot of script work on things like that as well that goes unheard of or a lot of people don't know about. But he did lots of script dust-ups at one point. Martin says Buffy had the right balance of horror and action. Mad Dog says just remake Alien Nation. Did you ever watch that TV show?
No.
No, I didn't either. It was one that I thought about trying to go back to at one point, and then I realised it's probably aged so badly. But it was a show that in the UK, there were 2 satellite services at that time, and they were in a big war. And I remember Alien Nation went to one of these satellite services, and it was very expensive. And it was at a time when my parents just wouldn't pay for the premium TV, which is like the equivalent of cable. We just had the normal sort of 4 or 5 channels that we had, and they wouldn't pay any extra for these bigger services. And it's still very much like that now, but they won't have Netflix or anything like that because they're just paying a premium. Oh, no, don't want to pay for my TV. But so I never saw the series because it was locked behind that paywall, and it's not something that ever came to physical media, tape or anything like that, and never saw it released. So I missed it.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, I thought that. I thought I should wrap that up earlier.
Yeah, wrap it up. Just wrap it up. Yeah.
Trevor says a lot of early Doctor Who were wiped as they were on earlier videotape that they wanted to reuse.
Wow.
Here we go. Adam Pressridge said the best TV show I've ever seen is 1883 and Yellowstone on Blu-ray. Amazing series.
Yeah, most people seem to love Yellowstone.
I watched the pilot of it. I wasn't blown away, and we never picked up watching anymore. And I think I get the impression that it's one that I really should stick to and go through a few more episodes of. So, yeah. Here we go. Woody says Heroes season 1 and 2 was golden back in the day and still is.
Season 1 for sure. I mean, everybody talked about Heroes when it first came out.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
Mainly Hayden Panettiere, but
Polko's joined it as well, even chaps and all.
Polko.
Go ahead, Glenn. Sorry, I thought you were going to say something, Glenn.
No, I was saying everybody was talking about Hayden Panettiere, really. That was what everybody talked about.
Gone Holo Media says, have you guys seen Michael Chiklis' show, The Shield? Great underrated show.
It was strong, but again, that was another one that a few seasons in, first couple of seasons, solid.
Did you watch a lot in the end, most of it?
I think
there was a point that you wouldn't watch. Did you find it a bit jarring when, I don't want to spoil it too much, in the opening episode when they kill another policeman and try and cover it up? I think I remember at one point you sort of said, no, too far, it's unrealistic, and didn't watch it. And it was a while before you went back and picked it up again. Or am I imagining that?
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually remember that point of that storyline, to be honest. No, I think I've just put it out of my head. No, we went quite far in, but it just started it was losing its way and just losing steam a little bit, and other things came along and stuff as well, really.
That's fair.
Priorities was always like the new season of 24 when that came out.
Yeah, I really enjoyed The Shield. Morning's Review says, I love the show Rescue Me. That was really solid. That was good. Did you ever watch that one?
I did not.
No, that was really good, and quite heart-wrenching at times as well. It was solidly written, solidly acted, and very much underlooked in the UK. I think it was big in America at the time, but the UK, no one particularly watched it. It was really good. I might still have them. I think I may have donated them, but I had them on DVD as well. It's a really good show. Mad Dog says Prison Break was another big one, season 1 and 2, and then it really dropped off. Yeah, absolutely. Darren G, greatest shows for me: Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, Game of Thrones 1 to 6, and Star Trek: The Next Generation. There we go. Sorry.
All right.
Woody says Superstore is a must-watch for anyone who has worked in retail. Cracker of a show.
Yeah, I feel like there's a manager character called Glenn in there. I'm sure somebody mentioned that to me. You should watch it. There's a character called Glenn. I mean, like, that's enough of a reason to watch a TV show. There's somebody with your name in it. Oh, well, there we go then. But yeah, if it, we worked in retail, so maybe it's worth watching. Who knows?
Anyway, Firefly. I might pick it up. I might pick up watching that with the kids. Watch Serenity and hopefully get a kick out of the animated when it arrives, because I will watch it because I like a lot of the guys that are acting in it. I appreciate them and their humour. I still follow Nathan Fillion on to The Rookie now as well, and we watch that still, and still a decent show at times. Poor some episodes. Some of them are ridiculous, but yeah, I enjoy following Nathan Fillion, and what he does, I think, is entertaining to watch. But without further ado, Glenn, are you ready for topic of the week?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll kick it off in a minute. Dom in the shed says, wife is obsessed by The Rookie. Good evening, Dom, and welcome.
Evening, Dom.
But yeah, I think it's pretty solid. You ready? There we go.
It's the topic of the week.
Very good.
Thanks.
Very good. I wanted to get on this. The importance of ownership is collecting to the extreme really, really necessary. And this sort of came up in my head because I was flicking through, looking at what's coming soon and the bits and bobs that have got my attention to potentially purchase. And one of them, or two of them, are the John Woo movies from that are coming from Arrow. There's Hard Boiled and The Killer that I really want. And I thought I really wanted it. But yesterday, I think it was, I was flicking through iTunes, seeing what was coming up soon and what's released that's on at the cinema still and things like that. And I noticed Hard Boiled and The Killer were both listed on iTunes at around about $7.99 or something like that. So it was a lot cheaper than picking up the 4K Arrow edition, which I think are about 25 to 30 quid, depending on which movie you're looking for. And I thought, there's these options for the film. How important is it for me to own that movie? Can I get away with just having that digital copy? Will I be happy with that digital copy? Or do I need to own it? Do I need that thing on the shelf? And it set me off, and I thought, you know what, with Hard Boiled and The Killer, am I going to get value from that disc, from that release from Arrow, with all those extras? Or do I just want to watch the film again? Is it important to own? How important do you find owning something compared to just watching it?
I think you should answer that yourself first, to be honest.
Mm.
No, I'm serious. I think you should answer first, really. Because there's so many things you've bought on iTunes, but you have physical copies of them as well.
Yeah, well, that's different for me because of when I work away and things like that. I like to have a collection on digital on hand. But yeah, despite me collecting in a different way from what I'm talking about, because I know I do it. I know I'll sort of backtrack and pick things up myself and look daft for sort of what I'm saying sometimes. But yeah, it dawns on me that I don't always need to own these things. I don't always have to have them in the collection because there are options there. My favourite films, I do want in the collection. I like to keep hold of them. But now it's getting to a point that, do I need to buy Hard Boiled again just to watch the movie? I don't think I do. And
the thing is, with something like Hard Boiled, I mean, you've got the bootleg Blu-ray of that and The Killer, didn't you?
Yeah.
So they are sat there on your shelf already, good to go whenever you wanted them.
They're in a crate to sell at the minute, but yeah, that was with
the idea of upgrading to the Arrow one.
Yeah. But now it's just the thought of, do I need to buy the Arrow one? Do I need to own it? Is the picture that important? Is having it sat on my shelf that important? And how much will I go back to it again? Because let's face it, I mean, we're kicking on to 50 years old, and I consider, when was the last time I watched Hard Boiled? When was the last time I watched Killer? And it's years. And I think I'm probably going to watch this film once. I'm short term at the moment. When it comes to the extras on the disc, I'm unlikely to get time to watch them. So is it important for me to own that disc? Or would it be okay just to watch the film again some other way? Whether I buy it on iTunes, whether I rent it on iTunes, whether I use one of my old copies that I've still got kicking around. How important is it for that ownership of the newest version and things? Does it matter to you as much for that anymore? Or
the $7.99 iTunes ones, are they 4K?
The 4K, but there's no extras at the minute. Whether there will be, I don't know, but I think it's unlikely with the Arrow ones, to be fair.
This is it. Like you say, if you're never going to get around to the extras, is it better to pay £16 for both of those movies?
Yeah.
Or £60 for the physical equivalent of both of those movies?
Yeah.
For extras that you might not watch.
Yeah.
It
sounds
like a no-brainer, but at the same time, I know we're both thinking, we do like them films, though, don't we?
Yeah,
I like them on the shelf.
This is the thing that's burning me as a movie fan and a collector. These are incredible movies. They're, they've influenced so much that we've watched. I've loved them for years, and the directors that I appreciate, that I do want to listen to, but it's the work. When will I get that value? And if I don't buy it now, I'll still have the option to pick it up further down the line. It might not be in limited edition form, but does that matter? Does that owning it now, does it really matter? Do I need to collect to the extreme to have it just in case, or to have it for when I'm ready, or can it wait? Does it need to be on the shelf now?
I mean, for saying I've waited for those films for such a long time.
Yeah.
Had them on DVD, obviously never had them on Blu whatsoever. I'm gonna still wait, and I'm gonna wait for this standard edition to come out.
Yeah,
I don't need the chunky box thing. I know in like less than a year's time, that exact same case with the exact same film, and I know there's going to be other cuts and things like that. I think there's a different cut on there, isn't there?
Yeah, at the moment, I think that will disappear when it comes to the standard editions.
But I've never watched it. Would I actually watch it? I don't know if I would. I'll wait it out and just have the standard edition. Sit that on the shelf if needs be.
Would owning the standard edition still be a thing for you though? Or do you need that ownership? Is that owning it important to you, or would you be happy if you could go and you could rent these discs? If there was a rental service, pretend there's a rental service that did it. Would that be enough for you?
I think I'd still own those specific titles because they've always been something that I've loved.
Yeah.
But knowing that now I've kind of gone, well, I'm not getting this limited edition thing because there's no point. I've got zero interest in a folded poster and a couple of postcards and stuff like that. I'll wait it out for the standard edition. Now I've kind of made that decision. I know when the standard edition comes out, it's always going to be sat there on HMV's shelf. And when I feel like I'm going to want to rewatch it, I'll then just go and pick it up. I don't feel this sudden urge to go and do that. That's and fair. Then, you know, the thing is, we do it all the time where we buy the disc, we put the disc on our shelf, and then the first thing we do is we'll go, quite fancy watching Hard Boiled. I'll just see if it's streaming anywhere. And you have a search for it there first.
Yeah.
And then if it isn't, you come and get it off the shelf. So even then, we put other things in place first.
Yeah.
I'm sure not everybody does, but...
So when we've been talking about those specific titles, they are such classics for us, especially because we grew up with them. We had access to them as soon as they were released, and we were young, and we can see what they've influenced over the years. And we've seen it at its sort of inception as such. And I think a modern audience seeing it now won't see it in the same way as we do. So they perhaps won't have the same impact. But when it comes to other films that you kind of enjoyed, there's things I would say I've changed my collecting, but there's things like Transformers, the Transformers movies. Is it important for me to own those films? And I got red. I had the Transformers movies. I had them all on 4K, I believe. Perhaps not the latest one. I think it was a box set that came out before then. But I had them all on 4K. And it's this sort of question is, for me, that I made to myself, is how important is it for me to own these Transformers movies on a disc and put it on my shelf? And you thought about it, and it isn't. They're not movies that I care about enough to hold on to. The movies that can easily be accessible via the digital, or going to purchase them if I wanted them, or any other way. And I decided that owning those things wasn't as important, and that was going back a bit. But now that sort of mindset sort of seeping on to some of the newer releases as well. For me, anyway, is it important that I own this thing? I don't know why. I know people say if you don't own it, though, they can take it away. How many films have you seen taken away or changed or anything like that? Would that worry you with any of the films that you...
No, and I would think somebody will straight away put in the comments about Crocodile Dundee or something like that. But,
yeah,
you know, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. I mean, we all know what they've removed from Crocodile Dundee. And I don't know, someone is going to be offended by what I say, I suppose, but with what they removed, and if I was watching that film again, which I don't think I will, I don't think I'm interested in rewatching it anyways, so I don't particularly care about that movie like some people were. But with what they removed, if I'm watching it again, I don't give a crap. It's not changing the movie as such. It's a silly little funny scene that's dated and not relevant to today's audience. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the movie for me, removing that little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but how many times do we then do we watch something on TV and it's edited for TV and you immediately go, oh, they've cut that bit out. Oh, well, that was a stupid edit. You know, whether it's a swear word or a little scene or something, and you find it has gutted the heart of a film to a degree. And I think something like Crocodile Dundee, you know, if you're a fan of it and that is then missing and you can't see it how you've ever wanted to see it, I suppose it is annoying. But
yeah,
this should be. I was going to swear, Phil, and I know you don't like me swearing. They should leave things alone. Yeah, but everybody does it. You know, they do it for that is for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
you should just go. Well, it was just another time that, you know. Will people be offended by it now? Some people will be, but you know, even I flicked over the other day and Only Fools and Horses was about to start, and they give you a warning in the start of that. some of the humor might feel a little outdated and whatever. You just think, oh, just shut up. Honestly, if you're offended by little things like that, you're going to be offended by anything. So
true, it's a product of its time, and it should just be viewed in that way. It's like it's from them, so understand the views that people have were quite different, and the humour people found around certain situations, it was very different then. I'm going to head to comments. Adam Prestridge has a nice little quote here that I do like. Ownership is everything, but not everything needs to be owned.
Yeah.
Which is right. And I think that's what I'm trying to get my collection to be, that I need to understand that I don't need to own everything. Not everything needs to be on my shelf. I have to be very particular. And I want to keep thinking more about what I'm adding to my shelves and if I really need it. I mean, one of the things that I'm still glad I picked this up, but sorry, I wasn't prepared for this.
He's off. See you later. Bye. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, it's like the Mexico trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
This has been out, what, a year and a half? 2.5 years? Something like this. I've not watched it yet.
No.
And it's something that I really want to get to. And I'm glad I own it. And I really want to watch it. I really do. But how many people just picked this up? Because
of the fact you just wipe the dust off the top. Like it's an archaeological dig or something.
But it's there. How important was that for me to own, really? Yeah, it's a limited edition and stuff like that, but that could have waited. That could have waited. It's one I do want in my collection, to be fair, and I do want to dig into the extras, but there's no real need to own it. Yeah.
Oh, Brian's getting involved. Go away, Brian.
Where is he? Oh.
Yo, my cucumber sandwich and biscuit, mates. Yeah, we do proper biscuits, Brian.
Proper biscuits, the crunchy ones.
Biscuits and gravy. Ugh. What?
Colin Partington with us as well says, hey everyone, I can only get in on these videos once a fortnight with work, but really enjoying the content. Thank you, Colin.
Nice to hear.
Where are you? I'm just going to flick through and find one. Darren G says, if I love the film and it's one I can rewatch over and over, I want to own it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're going to rewatch it over and over, of course you want it sat on your shelf.
Yeah, absolutely.
Faux show.
Anthony, well, it might not be necessary to collect them to the extreme. If you want it, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Dominic Shed says, I'm rebuilding my old DVD collection and Hardboiled and The Killer are a must. Fair. Mad Dog says, isn't Hardboiled, The Killer and Better Tomorrow all free on Tubi? They are. Hardboiled and The Killer definitely are. I'm not 100% sure about Better Tomorrow, but yeah, they're free on there at the moment. But I'm not sure which, if they've used the new scan that Shout and Arrow have done, but I bet if it's out there, I bet they're using it as well. Woody says, some movies have digital codes, Philip. Not in the UK anymore, unfortunately.
He means business because he's called you by your whole name.
Christian name.
Yeah, Philip.
Colin says, I only buy movies that are hard to find and that I love. I do enjoy renting movies on Amazon if I know it's just one viewing.
Yeah, and I know it's a very sensible way of doing things.
I've talked about this before. This is something that I want to get back into the swing of doing, renting the movies rather than just buying them outright, because it's a habit that I switched into because I was dead against streaming and digital for quite a long time. I just stuck in the mindset of having to buy the physical copy rather than taking that digital option. But yeah. Morton says, I've bought about 80% of the movies I want for collecting, but I have been blind buying non-stop.
Non-stop.
Yeah. Trevor, I really narrowed down my collecting. I check imprints and want to archive monthly, and if there's nothing of interest I'll consider, I have saved some money. Fair. And it's great. I go on the basis, if you stopped your subscription services and didn't have access to digital copies, would you want to access the film? Also, how often are you going to watch it? More than once? This is the question that I've got with a lot of my collection now. As I say, age is, I'm kicking on a lot, and there's that many new movies that are coming out that it's very difficult for me to find the time to watch the new movies and go back to the ones I want to watch. So having a mass collection of everything just doesn't seem worth it, because I'm not managing to get back and watch it as often as I once would have.
Once upon a time.
Yeah.
You know, when you used to watch more than one film a week.
I did, yeah.
Oh, those were the days.
Gone Holomedia.
More than one film in a day. Oh,
I know, dream. Gone Holomedia. It's been a while since I watched something new. The cinema physical purchase or on-demand purchase, rent, or a risk, unless it's something that I'm really interested in. Time is finite. Martin's Movie Cupboard says, I use my collection every day. I hardly ever watch any movies on streaming, just TV shows.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always something new on streaming that I kind of get teased by and wanting to watch now.
Yeah, but some of the things you end up watching just...
But there's reasons for that.
Oh, there's a new John Cena movie on Netflix. Oh, well, that'll be good, Phil. Yeah,
no,
you spend 2 hours of your night watching that.
I've told you my reasons why.
I know, but it's easy pickings. You're an easy target.
I decided to buy Hard Boiled as the opening scene is an incredible action set piece. I only buy films that mean something to me, either as something that has had an effect on me or enjoyed it.
I'm trying to remember. There's somebody I was talking to them about Hard Boiled, and I said about when the baby wheezes on him and puts the fire out. And they went, I don't remember that bit. How do you not remember that bit?
Yeah.
Really?
One of the biggest moments. Adam says there's a rental store near me in Liverpool called Snips. I always have an option to rent, but I mainly buy. I've wanted to visit Snips for a while, actually. It's been on my radar, and I want to get there because it's one of the very few rental places that are left in the UK.
I feel like you mentioned that to me about me going with you and filming. Yeah.
And then I run out of days because I run off doing my little side hustle and can't get the days off of work.
Your little side hustle. As they say, pimping ain't easy. It really isn't. So, no.
Alex Great says, sometimes it seems they don't always release regular versions. I was waiting for Arrow to do a regular Blu-ray of Longest Goodnight, but they still haven't released one. I don't know.
I think you have to wait kind of a little longer than what we have waited on that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then they appear out of nowhere. They don't really kind of announce them, do they?
Not anymore, no. They used to, but... Adam says, I don't have any streaming options as I don't subscribe to rent films. I prefer to own them. There we go. Mad Dog says, Disney lost out with the indie films after Paramount took back the first 4 of them. Okay, I wonder what's going to happen with Paramount now. They've picked up Warner Brothers, how that's going to affect their services and HBO Max.
Yeah.
We'll see. Adam, I always prefer to get the version that is true to the director's original intentions. So if that's DVD, Laserdisc, Blu-ray, or 4K, it doesn't bother me. I'm not a format lover. I'm a film lover.
Yeah, I'd love to say the same, to be honest. I am a film lover, but, and I said this to somebody in HMV the other day when I was in there, I find it weird that people would go to the cinema, we watch this beautiful 4K projection of a movie, and then they go, I really like that. I'll buy it on DVD when it comes out.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand that rationale, mentality, whatever you want to call it. Blu-ray at the very least, at least have it in HD if you've watched a 4K projection. To go to standard definition then just boggles my mind.
Yeah. Cinema San says, collecting is emotion. When you start to rationalize it or just make it about numbers, you better choose another hobby. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. No, I don't think we're neither of us know.
They're in there. Come on.
Neither of us know the exact amount of movies we have in our collection because we don't use an app to track them or anything like that. So it doesn't get to be a numbers game in that respect. But I know that we've perhaps been drawn into certain ways of collecting in the past when the numbers have been a thing to get a full collection of something. Adam, our collection should speak about us. I only buy what I like. I don't buy everything just because it's newly released. This is what I want to get out of the habit of. This is where the importance of owning the latest release isn't always a thing for me anymore. It used to be. But owning a new release and not seeing it or not watching it for a while, it just doesn't seem worth owning the thing, especially when there are so many other options like the rental that I want to get into. I don't understand my old mindset of I need to own this thing, even though I've not seen it. I need to own it because it's a new release. And this is when the extreme collection, for me, started to become a problem, because I was trying to do that. I was trying to own everything, and I don't know why.
Like I've said a few times previous, I think for me, having the Limitless card at the cinema has made such a huge difference.
Yeah.
Because I'm going and seeing things that I probably wouldn't have actually individually paid to go and see. And it's just eradicating so many things that I would have just, I quite fancy the look of that one, I'll pre-order that.
Yeah.
And again, you know, we used to pre-order things, we'd watch things and go, yeah, it was all right, and put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
If we'd recycle it at that point and just go, yeah, it was all right, I'm probably not going to watch it again, get rid of it straight away, make your money back.
This is the thing, I never got rid of anything straight away. It was all part of the collection. I needed to own it and it to be part of the collection to prove I'm a movie fan. I need to prove I'm a movie fan by having all these movies available whenever I want them. And it was very, very rare that I'd get rid of anything. So, of course, over the years, everything loses value, depreciates, and it just becomes worthless having a collection.
I don't think it's happened once where I've gone, I fancy watching a certain film, and then I go, oh, it's not streaming. Oh, it's nowhere streaming. Oh, I've not got a copy of it. I don't think that's ever happened at all.
No. Not for me either. It's even this weekend we watched a movie, and I've got it physically here, and it's like, oh, do you fancy watching that? And we just plumped it on one of the streaming services. Didn't bother touching my physical copy. And then that's another thing. I sat and thought, was it worth me owning that film now? Is it worth it? Because I've picked it up, I've got it on streaming, and that's sort of done me. Not watched it for many years, but we watched it then, and I thought, is it worth still holding that copy? Because I've caught this on streaming, didn't touch my physical copy, so therefore, is it worth me keeping hold of? How many years is it till I watch this thing again? Will I watch it again? I don't know. And we'll find out what that is later. Stay tuned. Real Sketchman.
Back channel.
Sorry?
I was just saying, same back channel. Stay tuned. Yeah.
Real Sketchman, I would argue that disclaimers at the beginning are a good thing. It's really for younger audiences that may not care to see that stuff. Putting things in context for them may be the main way for I don't know what for. I can't find you, Real Sketchman. I can't find you.
I can't see a younger member of an audience sitting down and going, I wonder what this Only Fools and Horses is all about.
I do want to throw up here MBVW3JC. Superchat for $2. I own 120 4K movies. It turned into an obsession.
Yeah, but that makes it sound like it stopped. It turned into an obsession.
It does. And
not any longer.
I think you suffered from it at a point. I think we both suffered from it at a point when the new formats come out and suddenly you're trying to upgrade everything that's coming out. And I've done it. And even when I didn't have a 4K player, I was upgrading like mad. I wasn't thinking about what I was upgrading. Films that I've not watched for years, but I still needed that 4K edition. And it did turn into an obsession. The new format, you needed to get everything. And I still see a lot of people with these sorts of behaviors because it's a new format. They feel like they've got to upgrade everything. And sometimes it's just not worth it.
I think we've certainly, we've spoke about it before. Unsurprisingly, we spoke about a lot of this before, but there we go. That will get flagged anyway by somebody in the comments. Because it always happens. But, we've talked about 8K TVs. They've been dumped and what have you because the human eye can't see 8K quality imagery and things like that. So I think it's different now anyway that I think we know 4K is kind of the max format, really, that we're ever going to get. And a lot of them have been disappointing. They've not been worth the upgrade at all. Blu-ray is very, very good industry standard across the board.
I think
4K is going to suit certain movies above and beyond that, but Blu-ray is enough, I think.
Yeah, I think one of the things that sticks out to me with that was Terminator 2. A lot of people were really disappointed with that, and a lot ended up keeping both the Blu-ray and the 4K. Even though they were disappointed with the 4K, they still kept hold of it because it's the newest, best edition. That obsession of having to have the latest format, regardless of your feelings on it.
Don't get me wrong, Terminator, the 4K, that is very nice. It's probably the nicest I've ever seen that movie look. But if it had never existed and I just had the Blu-ray, I'd probably been all right with it.
Yeah.
I'd have coped. I'd have lived somehow.
Mine's movie cupboard. My son constantly comes to my house for a movie they can't find in streaming. He knows I'll most probably have it. Dad's
video store.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be lending any of mine out. I can't see a point that my kids would come around for a movie at the minute. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't, but yeah, I can't see it happening. I don't know. I don't know how it'll be.
I think the younger generation will, to a degree, it'll just be, if they can't find a certain movie, they'll just find something else instead.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting how they are with physical stuff when they get older, because there's so many of the younger generation now that I see that just don't have these media players at all. They don't have DVD players, Blu-ray players, or anything like that. It's just literally the streaming options. They don't even have a physical thing anymore. Strange to me, but yeah.
Like you say, different generation.
No Sci-Fi is with us as well, so it's a bit late here again, but hi Phil, hi Glenn, and hello everyone.
Hi to you too.
Yeah. Darren G says, I remember when they used to cut films for TV, all the swearing was removed from 48 Hours and Aliens.
Yeah, 48 Hours was terrible on TV. The other one was Midnight Run. That was awful. Flip you, mother flipper.
John Doe with us as well. Good evening, John.
Hey, John Doe Juggalo.
Oh, yeah. Big Jace, I saw a few people picked up all the Scary Movie films as the new one is coming out this year. Personally, I only liked 1 and 2, hence I only own 1 and 2. Have you got any of the Scary Movies still?
I have the first one. I do have the first one. Mainly because that was very, very Scream orientated, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the second one was the second one more 13 Ghosts, House on Haunted Hill, that kind of thing, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. I wasn't particularly bothered about all of the others. I don't own any. I'm not worried about not having them in my collection. And
I would give Part 6 a look when it comes out, but
yeah, give it a look.
Yeah.
Finlay Archers as well. Just returned from Lanzarote, back to crappy weather and the live stream. Normality has resumed.
Hey.
There we go. Gone Hollow Media. I think we're just dreaming of a very early retirement and being able to have all the time in the world to catch up on movies.
But then, and I think that is the case with a lot of people. That is the mentality of, I'll have all this spare time on my hands. And then the people that I know that have retired, they always come out with the same line. I don't know how I even had enough time to go to work. Because they then have so much to do. They're put on by, sounds awful saying put on, but put on by family. And, your kids might have kids, and then suddenly you're doing the grandparent thing and all that stuff. And before you know it, you're not retired. Your life isn't yours. Not anymore.
Just
burn your collection now, Phil. Just do it.
This stream in 4K is what we need.
Oh, Jesus. You do not need this in 4K. No.
The more super chats that come in and the more we can make, I can actually afford to upgrade the StreamYard so I can get a better quality. I think it's 1080p the next step up. I think it's not full 4K unless I spend a hell of a lot of money, which I'm just nowhere near being able to do yet. Hopefully soon. Hopefully. Colin, I love 4K, but they never get watched as much as my VHS collection back in the day. Guess it's about the amount of availability now. It's just the way we live now. I think we get now, there's just a lot more access to a lot more content. We have so much more choice now, and it's down to the streaming services. A lot of platforms out there have a lot of movies, and back then it was just the video shop. Your selection was what the video shop had in, and that was about it. So now there's just so much more choice. It's not like you need to go back to the collection as much as you once did, I don't think. Because there was a time that I used to go back a hell of a lot, but now it's just so easy just to find something new at the flick of a button, get something recommended to you without even thinking about it.
I would argue there's too much choice now. We can sit down and go, do you fancy watching something? Yeah, let's find something to watch. And you scroll and you scroll and you scroll. And you've got hundreds upon hundreds of movies, and you're still going, well, I don't know. I don't know if I fancy anything. I've got nothing to watch. You've got thousands of the flipping things.
Yeah.
Just got to be in the right mood.
It's even, I mean, you talk about streaming services like Netflix and Prime and things like that, but you've got so many free services as well that are offering up a lot of films, like Tubi, which has been mentioned already, but YouTube do a ton of films on there as well that not a lot of people think about or go looking for, but there's actually a decent amount of films on YouTube that are free to stream. You might get ads unless you're on the premium tier, but yeah, there's a ton of stuff on here. Yeah, Darren G, VHS just isn't good enough now. I have nostalgia for films, but not the format they were on. Absolutely. There's still a lot of VHS fans in here. I think, I bet Brian's gone now. Just pops in to say hi and then buggers off.
I think Brian came in and went, hi, remember me? And everyone goes, oh, I must check out Brian's new video. And then Brian bunks off again.
Yeah. We'll get him on again one day.
Got your number, Brian.
We'll have this out with him on live.
Yeah. Pull him apart. Yeah.
Adam Pressridge, I have Jaws on Laserdisc and Blu-ray, and the scans for both films look different. Laserdisc one has more colour and less brown tone to it. I recently showed and reviewed it. I prefer the Laserdisc.
I do have the 4K of Jaws, and I have to say it's one of the strongest 4K releases.
Yeah.
Bolshows.
Jeremy, randomly, I love for Phil always emphasizes the word dollars with enthusiasm every time, yet when he says pounds or quid, he sounds bland.
Wow. You sound bland. That's all I took from that.
Thanks, I think.
Yeah. Bland boy.
Yeah. Do you find I'm trying to get back to the actual topic.
The topic. Yeah.
Do you find
it's not like us? We very rarely weave away from the topic.
Yeah, I wanted to
bring Jeremy that brings us back, but
I wanted to bring it back before Jeremy brought us back. But
okay,
yeah, on the one Scaps 2200. Sorry, I've been clearing out my Blu-ray versions of movies once I get the 4K, unless it's a collector's edition or something I absolutely love, like Dawn of the Dead, the original. I needed to do that more often when I had the DVDs, Blu-rays, and things like that. I just didn't clear them out. I was just keeping everything. It's ridiculous.
Just in case. Just in case. Whoever he is. This just in case fella.
Yeah. Cinema Sans, Slither 4K is announced, but steelbook only. And I think the cover art looks atrocious. Hoping for a standard release with a better cover.
There is a standard release. Well, there's a standard release of the blue, isn't there? Because it's that very nice company that's done Dogtooth and Dogma over here. I can't remember what they're called. But their packaging and their content seems very nice. So, yeah, they're doing the blue over here.
Yes. Colin, I spent hours looking for films in the video rental shops. Take me back. Absolutely. I very often wonder if someone was to start some kind of rental store, if they would be not as popular, but if they would be popular enough to survive as a business, starting actual physical rentals again.
You know, if Blockbuster came back, I would work there again in a heartbeat now.
Yeah. From
the nostalgia aspect and being back somewhere where I could just talk about films and, you know, you're with your people.
I think there is a space for it, but as I say, the worry is that there's a generation now that just don't have the physical players for it as well. I think your numbers would be far limited to anyone that can actually rent and play them back, which sounds it sounds ridiculous being on a physical media channel because we just take it for granted that everyone has a player, but in reality, not so much. Martin's Movie Cupboard says, I remember going to the video store and having your name on a waiting list for movies. I remember waiting for Lethal Weapon. Yeah, I remember that, having the patience to watch a film. But I think that's the thing now. You just don't have to have patience because you can click a couple of buttons and it's there. It's on your screen. Sorted. You don't need it anymore. And I think there is a big impatience thing, which has led to video shops not being a thing.
It is. Vertigo releasing, yeah. Like I said, I've only got, I mean, they've not released many things yet anyway, but I got Dogma from them, and I've got Yorgos Lanthimos's Dogtooth from them. Like I say, they're nice packaging, nice extras, so
yeah.
Fingers crossed for Slither.
Woody says, now I'm older, I go through my collection and watch ones that I'll never watch again, and then I'll sell or donate it to charity. That's what I want to try and do with some of my collection, to be fair. My shelf of shame, I need to watch them and decide what stays and what goes, which is why I've completely separated them from the rest of the collection at the minute. The collection does need going through because I'm coming to that point that I don't think it is important to own everything, which is part of the topic, obviously. And I realised that I didn't need to collect as much as I did because they're just not being used. And the films that I was collecting just weren't important to me. I think the ownership is important for those that do mean something to you. And having that disc, I think, is nice to have on the shelf for those things that mean something to you. But to have collections of hundreds into thousands, there's not that many films that mean enough to me to hold that number.
No, I know whilst you're saying that, there will be people on here that are going, yeah, but what if you decide you do want to watch it and then, you know, you can't get hold of it and stuff. And it's just such a hypothetical. It really is. Or just pathetical, whichever you prefer. Yeah, it isn't. If it's a mediocre film that you're probably never going to go back to, what is the point in owning it?
Yeah. I mean, there's some good films that I've got in my collection that I know I won't go back to, or I suspect I won't go back to. But I'm comfortable.
What if you do? What if?
That's the thing. I'm comfortable with the availability on other platforms or in other formats over time. I'm comfortable with that risk there. And I just need to work that through the collection because I don't need to own as much as I used to. Certainly not feeling like I need to own as much anymore. Because the way I was collecting, it was to the extreme, and I was buying new releases just for the sake of new releases. And it wasn't necessary to do that because there are other options. And yeah, I don't think it needed to go down like that.
It's like some action movie line that was. Didn't need to go down like that, man. You didn't need to. You didn't need to do that.
Yeah. Anyway. I don't know what they're discussing, but Mad Dog says, I don't think Hell Comes to Frogtown is or will be on streaming, so I own it. I owned it at a point and got rid of it because it just didn't seem worth owning. I remember it on VHS because it got rented when I was younger. I don't remember much about it, but I bought the Blu-ray and it sat here and I just wasn't interested in going back to it. It didn't seem important for me to own anymore.
And ultimately, I hate to point this out to people, it's not a very good film. It's just not. If you're brutally honest with yourself, it's not a great movie.
No. I think there's a lot like that. Nostalgia. Nostalgia can roll our shelves quite a lot as well. There's a lot of films that I've picked up over time that picked up for the nostalgia, but wanting to watch them today, it's not a thing.
Mad Dog with that line. It's so bad it's good. Yeah, but it's not.
No. It's not. I mean, I don't know if people... I see them going mad for this movie. I've never watched it. I've never attempted to watch it, but Rad, it looks a pretty bad movie, and people seem to go mad for it. And I don't know what it is about that film, but that people just want it in their collection. I don't know if it's purely because it's only been released as collector's editions or anything else. Someone fill me in. What's collectible about the BMX movie Rad, or the other one that Umbrella are releasing? I don't get it.
Darren G said it's so bad it's bad. I mean, that's fair enough. I think we're still talking about Hell Comes to Frogtown. And like Slipknot said, it's so bad it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's it makes no sense. It is nonsensical. Oh, Colin, no, don't let Jeremy Carr poison your mind.
Oh
my God,
this one, yeah.
This is like the start of like 28 Days or something, where a disease is starting to spread.
Mons, Phil has a point. I've bought a bunch of movies from when I was a kid, and they just aren't good anymore. Tastes change, don't they? They really do, and it's affected what I go back and watch 100%. Even though I've got those memories of it being good and enjoying it, it just doesn't always float, and I've started to try and cut those back.
Colin Partington, George Lucas's greatest gift to the world, in reference to Howard the Duck. No, Colin, no. George made Star Wars. Stop it, you're being silly.
Mine's movie cupboard. Age is becoming part of my buying now. I'm trying to cut back. Absolutely. Invest your money instead. and just rent the things.
Invest your money in a Stana stair lift instead.
Yeah. So I don't think owning isn't as important for me, but I still want to own those movies that I do care about. So there. Anyway, with that. Have you been picking anything up this week, Glenn?
I did make a silly purchase, yeah. Well, I didn't spend money on it. I did tell you about it earlier in the week, didn't I? I went into CEX on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Traded a load of stuff in. Did what I said I was going to do. Didn't have credit because I'd still got credit. Sat on a receipt thing. Just took the cash instead. Took the cash and ran. Paid for hookers and blow. Had a great day. No, I took the money. But whilst I was stood there chatting to the guy in there, behind him, sat on the shelf, directly behind his head, staring at me, was this thing. And it was something we'd talked about either last week or the week before. I can't remember. It was fresh in my head anyway. I thought of all the things to be sat there. And like I'd said to you, that credit at CEX I've had for months and months and months, and it just hasn't been shifting. There's been nothing I wanted to pick up. Yeah. And for whatever reason, I did actually pick this thing up. Instantly, I thought, what have you done that for? But I've had a look on eBay, and it sells for more than what they were doing. And it was the Inception Briefcase Blu-ray. Thank you. A few weeks ago, if you remember.
Yeah.
I remember what you got in there, but you do. Oh, hang on. A little bit of, you get the spinny top thing and all that type of stuff, and some instruction manual and exclusive. What does that say? Exclusive device manual, collector art cards, blah 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 blah. In a metal briefcase. Shall I get the metal briefcase out so we can have a look at it in all its glory?
Do you mean...
So yeah, I used a CEX voucher, some of my CEX voucher towards it.
To buy a biscuit tin?
It's a briefcase, Phil. You keep cakes in a briefcase.
It's a biscuit tin with clips.
No, look. Oh, it's a briefcase and everything. Look. It's a briefcase that has... It's a briefcase. Let's open this up. Ooh, look. Oh, and it's a lenticular slip cover.
Oh, lenticular as well.
Huh?
Lenticular as well.
Yeah, lenticular slip cover on there, and you get your little spinny top thing. There we go, look.
Nice.
Absolutely pointless. So yeah. So it does sell for more than I used on the thingy. And like I said, the CEX vouchers are just sitting around. There's just nothing I want to pick up at all. So that was just a random pickup this week.
Morton just pointed out that you love the art cards.
I love an art card. I like an art. I prefer it when it's a proper postcard because I love sending postcards to people because that's such a 21st century thing to do, isn't it, these days?
Colin suggests using your briefcase for sandwiches for work.
It might be a good idea. Yeah, I could be the coolest kid in the canteen.
Yeah. Woody says, Blingy, that's fair size biscuit tin.
It's a fair size biscuit tin that will be on eBay this week if anyone wants to pick it up.
Scalper.
Scalper. I'm going to make at least £3 on it.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Any other pickups this week?
Today? No, not today. I don't think I have. I've picked up a couple of books, but nothing film related. So we'll just, so we'll say no at that point. What about you?
That's disappointing. I haven't picked up anything in terms of books or movies or anything like that. Well, I did have to splash out, and because I've got my voice booth at home, I've got a proper setup for microphone and recording and things like that. And I thought I want to try and do a different style of video and actually use some of the gear that I've got. And I went in there and my old mic wasn't working for some reason. I was trying to figure out what was going off, and I don't have spare equipment or extra equipment to check anything and fault find. And I don't know anyone with that sort of equipment around me, so I couldn't borrow anything to find it. So I ended up having to spend and get a new microphone for my voice booth setup. So yeah, my money kind of went on that this week. So I have a new Rode microphone for voice work and stuff like that. So I thought I'd check out doing a different style of video using the microphone and the voice booth and see how that comes out. I don't know if it'll come out well or not, but my focus has been on that all week, to be fair, trying to troubleshoot and find out what was wrong with my setup. And yeah, a lot of time was spent on that, just doing research and trying to find another mic that was semi-affordable and would kick me off to...
So you wanted a new mic because old mic is no good for you anymore?
No.
Did you try Grinder?
Could do. I think, to be honest, on the old mic, I think there's potentially a bit of moisture that got into the capsule that just destroyed it.
Old mic's got a bit too much moisture.
Yeah.
It happens with age. It happens with age.
I have treated it, and I've got it working again for a few minutes, but then it just dropped out again. So I don't know if there's a bigger issue or not. I needed a replacement because if I can get a voice job, I need to make sure that I can be up and running and do it properly rather than doing anything. So yeah, all my attention, all my time went on researching the mic and doing that instead of buying physical media. Although I did order some items from Rarewaves, so they should be coming through soon, which I'll show you when they arrive.
Scalper purchases?
Potentially.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, I'm going to see what other people have been picking up. So first, I think Morton had this already typed out and ready. But Morton
has to. Morton starts typing at about 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
Some nice titles in here, actually. We've got Heretic, Weapon,
well done.
Sinners, Kevin Smith's Sonic with Deadly, Scary Movie Trilogy, Stung, Don't Breathe 2, Non-Stop, Killer Crocodile 2, True Lies, and Gangs of New York.
And no comma.
There might be more. I don't know.
So you just forgot the comma? What's happening?
And just before we move on, I've got Colin's just dropped a super chat. Thank you very much, Colin. Much appreciated. Says a little bit towards microphone, great channel, and a lot of fun. Howard the Duck for me tonight for me. Glenn loves Howard the Duck. I've actually got it still through. I don't know where it is, but Yeah, I'm not sure if the new video using mic would suit you, but I just wanted to try something out. So I hope people enjoy it. I hope people like a little look, but it could be the introduction of a new stream of content for the channel if I can keep up, if I can get the time. But I just wanted to play about and see what I could do. So much appreciated, and thank you very much.
Morton does always have it pre-typed.
He does. There we
He
go.
genuinely does. He's even fessed to it.
Nice. It's
Why
smart.
is there so much Howard the Duck talk in the chat?
There is.
Honestly.
LP7399 pickups Bambi the Reckoning. Oh dear. There's a couple here. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, 4K Biscuit Tins, and Beasts Clawing at Straws. 13 game sawing Blu-rays. High wing Blu-rays. I personally, I dislike. I've not watched any. I can't say I've watched anything, but Bambi the Reckoning, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmares. It goes on to the other ones like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And
I did watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I don't like when they're leaning on someone else's IP and using it to their advantage to make these cheap, low-grade horror films. I just dislike it very much. So I've sort of
the first Winnie the Pooh thing, I clicked that on, and that was awful. That was very, very low budget. Blood and Honey had some half-decent effects and things like that in it, to be honest. It wasn't awful. I think if it's done right and they pump some money into it and actually get some decent writing done and things like that, could be interesting.
Okay. Yeah. I won't watch it. Darren G picks up Blu-rays of Point Break, Gattaca, and The Favourite.
Nice.
Big J says, I ordered Lionsgate release of Dogma this week. Why did he sell yours, Phil? I've not sold it. I've not sold my Lionsgate Dogma.
No.
I thought you were a Kevin Smith fan. I've got it down here. It's here still.
It's there.
Mad Dog, this week I bought a Region 1 copy of Dead Alive from seller in Australia. 45 Australian dollars including shipping. Good price, considering its rarity and lack of Blu-ray release. Was a very good price, actually. That's been very expensive for quite a while.
Yeah.
I'm still hoping for a new release of that, which I will pick up. That one would be important for me to own and really necessary. Trevor says, only been to one CEX in Melbourne, Australia. Waste of time, doubt I will ever go back. They do it different overseas. Jerry Carr, 4K-wise Dogma, X-Men Beginnings trilogy, which is First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse. Spawn, CD Ramones, Sire Years box set, and Riddler statue. Jeremy, the Spawn, did you go for the new Arrow release? Did you go for the 4K? I'm just wondering how those effects look on the transfer, because they looked bad. They looked bad back in the day. I dread to think what they look like now. Woody says, picked up Terrifier Bloody Trio and a French movie, Amelie, because some random guy was talking about it on the internet.
Oh, honestly, it's one of the greatest films ever made.
Yeah.
Amelie. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful film.
It's coming up on re-release. I don't know if we'll get it in the UK, and I don't know if it'll be a wide release, but early April.
Cinema run, isn't it? Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't mind going back to the cinema to see it. Really wouldn't.
I actually screenshot that the other day. There we go. Audrey Tattoo is here to change your life in her breakout performance in Jean-Pierre Jeannot's Amélie. See the classic as it returns to cinemas to celebrate its 25th anniversary, courtesy of Curzon Film. It'd be nice if Curzon did a nice new release of it, to be honest.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can hear the rain here, but it's tip-tapping on here. And,
is it hammering down?
Alex, I'm waiting for Every to deliver a graphic novel to the pickup point. Ordered another graphic novel, but that's going to my parents.
No, you've not read that properly, Phil, have you? Bring it up again. I'm still waiting for Every to deliver a graphic novel to the pickup point. Ha ha! Ordered another graphic novel that's going to my parents. Ha ha!
John Robinson, pickups Star Trek. SNW.
SNW3.
SNW, what's that?
SNW.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Deep Space Nine. I don't
Running
know.
Man. Oh, Running Man. Oh, dear.
Biscuit Tins and Somewhere in Time 4K.
Interesting, John.
I've not watched Wicked. My kids have, and they didn't like it very much. They got a bit bored. Anthony Lipiello. I did some upgrades on 3 films, such as The Last Samurai, Legend, and the 2 Conan films, both Barbarian and Destroyer. Have you read much more about this King Conan thing? That's
no. Yeah, it's not going to be something I'm too bothered about.
No.
To be honest. John Robinson, Strange New Worlds, SNW.
There we go.
There we go.
Martin's Movie Cupboard picks up this week Clash of the Titans, Mighty Joe Young, the original one, 1 million years BC, and Valley of the Gwangi. That's me upgraded all my Harryhausen movies to Blu-ray. The original.
Nice.
Joe Young thing. There we go. I showed them my kids Valley of the Gwangi a few years ago, actually, and yeah, they were okay with it. I've not shown them any other Harryhausen yet, but trying to get them interested. I'll force it on them. Just finding any more pickups. Any more on pickups?
Any more for any more?
I don't think there is. I think people are spent up. There you go. CJ.
Cinema Sans saying he'd like to pick up.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
CX in Australia don't buy DVDs anymore, so only the Blu-ray stocks changes. That's influenced how often I go there these days. I think I don't know if they're meant to be cutting down more in the UK to what they take in, because they've definitely got a bit more fussy on some of their Blu-ray releases. I don't know if you mentioned to me that if it's got rental copy on the cover,
they don't take them anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
they've got to start cutting down, haven't they? It's just is what it is.
So, especially the DVDs and things like that. They've got to be careful which titles they take in.
Tiny little kind of interesting story. It might not be interesting, but I'm going to say it anyway. So while I was trading in, I said to him, "There's quite a lot of covers on there that are kind of like reprint covers," and he said, "Yeah, it happens quite a bit." I said, "Is that because you don't take?" Disc only. I said, so have the case has gone missing then? Have you just lost them, or have they been stolen? He said 9 times out of 10 they've been stolen. And he said he thinks people buy the disc only off eBay quite cheap and then just go in CEX and nick the cover. He said the DVDs upstairs are worse. He said because obviously if they're only like 10p or £1, we leave the DVDs in the case. He said, of late, there's been a real spate of people going upstairs, just taking handfuls of DVDs off the shelf, putting them in a bag, coming downstairs, and then attempting to trade them in for credit. He said, but, we've obviously got cameras. We watch them do it. He said, but there's a real spate of it at the minute, of them going, well, the discs are in there. I'll just take it downstairs and I'll get some money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. It can't be worth doing, though, can it? It's
not if they're giving you like a penny a DVD or something. I mean,
yeah,
honestly, but yeah,
that's
people are cheeky.
Yeah. Cinema Sand says, "I'd like to pick up Planes, Trains, and Automobiles 4K, but everyone's saying the image looks rubbish. I'll have the DVD.
Go Happy Medium then and get the Blu-ray.
Yeah, Colin bought a DVD, Memoirs of a Survivor. Not heard of that one. How to Duck on Blu-ray and rented Excalibur. Did you ever get to watch an Excalibur, or was that one you got rid of in the end?
No, I picked it. It was. I feel like I'd watched part of it before. I remember my dad watching it, and I feel like I've kind of floated in and out and didn't really particularly bother. And then it was when Zack Snyder was doing Justice League and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the things he mentioned was Borman's Excalibur as, an influence of what he was going to do type of thing. So I ended up picking it up at that time as part of the HMV Premium Collection. Never watched it and just thought, I'm never actually going to. I have to say, when Arrow released it, there was a temptation of, am I missing something? Should I be watching this film?
Yeah.
But you know what? I feel like my life will go on whether I watch Excalibur or not, somehow. Yeah.
Some retro guy. I've been adding to my anime Blu-rays lately. Picked up a whole bunch. Black Lagoon, Parasite, and Death Note, to name a few. Death Note's been on my list for a while, wanting to pick up that. I read the manga, and I've always wanted to watch the anime, but I never got around to it. Never have.
I know this is a sacrilegious thing to say, but I didn't hate the Death Note movie, the live-action one.
No.
The American one with Margaret Qualley in it. I didn't mind it.
There. In that case, let's.
Yeah.
What have you been watching?
What in what way? Whiskey. That's the
whiskey.
Yeah. Everybody should go out and watch that film.
Yes,
that's a no-brainer.
Is there anyone going to name the quote? That's what I'm interested in at the minute. Where's it from?
Yeah,
shoot, probably Glenn. But anyway.
Well, as soon as I've been just commenting on it, yes, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I didn't randomly just go whiskey.
What have you been watching?
What have I been watching? I have. I had the misfortune on Monday of going and seeing Maggie Gyllenhaal's Bride.
Oh yeah, you went to see that.
Yeah, I was quite looking forward to it. I like Jessie Buckley. I like Christian Bale. I thought the stylization might be interesting. I liked the kind of Bonnie and Clyde type avenue it looked like it was going down. Oh my God, what a mess. That film was just a mess. There was elements of it where I kept thinking, oh, I wonder if this is going to pick up. Oh, I quite liked that element, and kind of reaching, just hoping it was going to be good. It was just a mess. That's the kind of thing, if I hadn't have seen it at the cinema, I'd have pre-ordered it. Yeah. That kind of movie. And now I've seen it, I know I'm never going to buy it. I'll never watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, I was disappointed that you were disappointed by it, because I know you were looking forward to it, but even from the trailers, I just knew I wouldn't get much from it. I just didn't like the looks of it at all. I'd have gone in wanting to hate it, and I know a few minutes in, I'd have been wanting to walk out. I get that feeling from it.
Well, I don't want to say a spoiler on here about it. I'll mention it to you off here. But as soon as that element came on, I thought, oh no, they're not. Are they going to do that all the way through? And they did do it all the way through. Yeah, it was just a mess. It was one of them films where you kind of started thinking halfway through, I wonder if all these people that have signed up for it are actually on set thinking, what have I done? What have I done? I'm not sure. And then you look at who is involved. There's the Batman connection to have Bale in there, as in Maggie Gyllenhaal. Her brother's in there. Her husband's in there. She's kind of roped in a lot of people she knows and emotionally blackmail to kind of be in there. It was just a mess. It was a real mess.
That's fair.
What else have I watched this week? I've rewatched Crime 101. Really enjoyed that again. And I've rewatched Wake Up Dead Man again.
Oh, nice.
I was about 3. Thoroughly enjoyed that again. Yeah.
Good.
And then other than that, just TV bits. A few more Louis Theroux documentaries and things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I went with Armageddon at the weekend and watched that with the kids. I thought my oldest might enjoy it. So we sat and repeat watched that. And that was the movie that I've got here, sat on the shelf physically, but we ended up sitting watching the stream on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And got me thinking about it. Was it important I kept hold of that movie on physical, because it was so easily accessible downstairs? And then would I watch it again now? I don't know. Now,
just remember, it's easier to teach people that drill to become astronauts than it is astronauts to drill a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that had a really, really good audio commentary on the movie because Ben Affleck sort of rips into it no end. With humor, he does it, but he does rip into the.
Still voices his opinion, doesn't he?
Yeah, it is quite funny. And that was the only movie that I've watched. I did watch the pilot or the first episode for Shogun as well, which I thought was okay. I wasn't as blown away as I expected to be with all the good word of mouth it was getting. I thought it was okay. It's not drawn me in yet. I need to see a bit more. But I've not got much to say about that at the minute because it's only the opening episode that I watched and wasn't particularly thrilled by yet. And then we're caught upon a lot of standard nonsense, really, because it's been one of those weeks.
Yeah.
So, but let's see what everyone else has been watching.
Yeah, let's see what the people that matter have watched.
Yeah, we'll start at the top. Pre-typed, Morton has watched Afterlife Season 3, Dolores Claiborne, Drawn Together Season 2, Scary Movie 1 and 2, House on Haunted Hill, Non-Stop, Get Him to the Greek, House on Haunted Hill 2, and Dark Shadows. That's quite a list, Morton.
Busy week, Morton. Busy week.
I quite liked that you pre-typed the list as well because it means it's of speed and efficiency. It's really good.
It gives him more time to watch films.
Yeah, LP watched House of the Devil, The Innkeepers, Speak No Evil, In the Mouth of Madness on Tubi. Won't be picking any of them up. Oh, interesting. I quite like the Ty West movies, House of the Devil and The Innkeepers.
Innkeepers, yeah.
Woody watched Amelie, and that was it. Cracking choice.
It's just a beautiful, beautiful film. It really is.
I hope he enjoyed it. He's not said if he enjoyed it, which is a little bit worrying me after our recommendations. Jeremy Carr watched my pickups, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, some anime, rewatching Batman 66 in between. I've not started the new season of Monarch, but I am looking forward to it. Morton's reviews says House of the Devil was super slow. It was, but it was oozing atmosphere.
Oozing atmosphere. Wow.
Alex Great watched Friday the 13th Part 2 on Friday, Who Framed Roger Rabbit on Saturday, and War Machine today. Never watched Friday the 13th Part 2 or Roger Rabbit. Really good. And War Machine was fine.
Friday the 13th Part 2 is, dare I say, better than Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Oh, you dare. And
I dare, yeah. Even with Jason, his potato sack mask.
Yes. Colin watched Project Hail Mary, and it was superb to see at my local cinema full to the brim. What a fantastic movie, but the book is far better and a must-read for anyone. I will second that the book is absolutely fantastic, and hopefully we're watching the movie on Saturday, fingers crossed. Hopefully. We'll see. I'm trying to time it out so I can take my eldest kid to see Project Hail Mary, and my wife can take the youngest kid to see Hoppers or something else. So I've got to try and time it out. So I've not booked just yet, but I may need to because they've not released the full schedule for everything.
Well, I would think your youngest, I mean, Scream 7 will still be playing as well. So
yeah, it should be fine with that.
Yeah, practical. Yeah.
Ethan, I watched Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, Back to the Future trilogy, and a lot of Seinfeld.
Nice.
I thought Olympus Has Fallen was enjoyable enough, I thought. They're okay. Anthony watched the Amazon Prime series called House of David, including the actor who played Goliath named Martin Ford. Does that name ring a bell? I know who Martin Ford is. I don't know him, but
does ring a bell for you, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if that's a small spoiler, but Alex says the Zoolander skits between Jake and Maggie Gyllenhaal was fun. Probably make them the bride.
No, it's not a spoiler. That's not in the film. Because Maggie Gyllenhaal's not in the film. She's just, directs it, if you can call it that.
Yeah. Mike's movie cupboard. Watch this week: Electric Boogaloo, the Canon Movies documentary, Predator, Earth versus the Flying Saucers, and It Came from Outer Space. Some classic 50s there. Rob the Old Mongoose. 2 missing episodes of Doctor Who have been discovered after about 60 years. That was the ones that were talk about.
Yeah, we chatted about that earlier, Rob. We were
Good.
trying to work out exactly where they'd been lost to.
John the Movie Man, 711 Ocean Drive, The Killer That Stalked New York, Assignment Paris, and the Miami Story, Dracula 73, Frankenstein 73, and The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
1968.
Yeah. Some retro guy says, I don't think I could drill a hole in a meteor in space. No. Cinema San, I watched Armageddon a couple of days ago too. Wasn't for me. Terrible flick.
I think it's of its time.
Yeah, it's very much of its time. Very much. Yeah. And because I really enjoyed it when it came out. Not so much now. It's not as interesting. The directing style and Michael Bayness of it is quite jarring at times. You can see his influence from his TV commercials all over the place, more so now than when I watched it back in the day. But
I did catch about 20 minutes of The Rock the other night. That was playing on one of the channels.
Yeah.
And Nick Cage and Connery together were pretty decent, to be honest.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. So Mouse a lot watched the last 2 weeks, All the Money That Can Buy, 1941, DOA from 49, Big Heat 53, Space Truckers 97, Double Indemnity 44, Cowboy Bebop 9 episodes, and Twilight Zone 15 episodes.
I like the fact, Meow, that you felt the need to put Space Truckers 1997 so we don't get mixed up with the 1942 classic Space Truckers. Space Truckers, dear me.
Woody says Amelie was okay. Great visually with colours and the way the sets looked. Great acting, and the story was okay. Not sure I'll keep it in the collection.
I wonder if we go back to that, whether that's another one that's of its time.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Morton says, 1 more week of work and then vacation. I'll watch so much. I'll have to spend a few days out filming new location videos, so that will take a few days.
Oh, yeah. Morton is doing location videos for, correct me if I'm wrong, Morton, Possession and Resident Evil as well. So out and about filming, a bit of location work.
Colin also watched True Lies, forgot how good that film is, and believable.
Yeah, really believable. Yeah, that Harrier jump jet and the skyscraper scene, so believable.
It's great. I love it. Morton's review says, there we go. I like Armageddon. Love the War. Is it War?
End of the world flicks.
There we go. I do. When we watched it, because we watched it on Disney Plus, it flicked up for Tommy Lee Jones in Volcano straight after, and I thought, oh, I bet my kids would get a kick out of that as well. So that's
Volcano, Dante's Peak.
No, I don't think Dante's Peak would do it for them. But I think the Tommy Lee Jones Volcano, I think that would do them better.
What was the one with god awful one with The Rock that had Alexandra Daddario in it?
San Andreas.
Yeah, that'll probably big enough and silly enough for them.
I thought about 2012, to be honest, the Roland Emmerich one.
Wasn't that really depressing? Is that the one with John Cusack in it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was awful. I wanted the world to actually end while I was watching that film. It was so depressing.
Nice.
Terrible. No.
To be honest, some of the Roland Emmerich films, I think they would actually get along with. I've thought about showing them Stargate. For one, they enjoyed Godzilla. I showed it to them. I had it on. I forgot where I got that one, but I showed them Godzilla. They really liked that, so I think they'd get a kick out of some of their others. Not show them 10,000 BC. I'm not sure I could make it through that one again, but I fell asleep with it first viewing. But anyway, we're ticking on time-wise now, so if anyone's got any questions to throw at us, then
now is the time before we do the good old leaderboard.
Alex says, day after tomorrow was fun from what I remember. I remember having fun with that as well. The ridiculousness of running away from the frost that was chasing them and getting into a room that had a fire, which saved them. And, it was ridiculous, but it's fun. It's fun. Collins just mentioned, anyone looking forward to Akira on the big screen in April? Can't wait to hear that score in the cinema. I actually considered that when I was flicking through, seeing what was on the cinema soon. I was looking through Odeon website and it came up, and I thought, oh, I wonder if that'd be a nice cinema visit. I don't know. I will consider it. Closer. Oh, Darren G says, what about Independence Day? There we go. My mind was blank and they're all being thrown up. I think that one will be a thing soon as well. There's some great ones. Alex Great, favourite Roland Emmerich movies is Stargate and Independence Day. I thought Stargate was great. And Greenland 2 is coming out this year, End of the World flick. Did you watch Greenland?
Greenland 2 not already out? Have I imagined that?
No, I don't think it's already out. I think they've talked about it a lot. But yeah, the first one got pumped up on Amazon Prime's sort of listings quite a lot recently.
Yeah. I was going to say, I thought that was out already. No, I didn't watch Greenland.
It was kind of fun.
Most films, if I see Gerard Butler's name above it, I kind of go, yeah.
Yeah, I think
the last one I watched with him was it called Plane? Was that the one where he was that airline pilot? Yeah, that wasn't terrible, but I could live without it.
Martin's movie cupboard, Poseidon Adventure is a good disaster movie.
It was. Yeah.
It was. Colin says Independence Day based on a true story. There we go. Jerry Carr has a question for us. What guilty pleasure are you considering buying on 4K? For me, Rock and Roll High School. I watch it once every few years, but I don't own it to use on VHS. Have you got any guilty pleasures that you're waiting for? I considered Lost in Space 4K because that is kind of a guilty pleasure for me, but then I gave myself a flat and
guilty pleasures I'm waiting for what to be released.
What guilty pleasures are you considering buying on 4K?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was. I'll be honest with you, Phil. Something flashed up on my phone and I read it. So I didn't hear the comment. Can you bring it on the screen again, please? Thank you.
Oh my goodness me!
Just click on it. It's one button. You consider buying on 4K. Rock and Roll. I don't really know, you know. I mean, we were just talking about The Rock. I think I'd be silly things like that. What was I? So stashed together on my shelf is Armageddon, The Rock, Gone in 60 Seconds, the Nick Cage one. There's something else as well that came out around. Oh, Con Air. That's kind of grouped in with that as well.
Yeah.
And they're kind of, they are go to just, yeah, we go. So what we've got in there, Enemy of the State. That's a great film. Pearl Harbor, I'll never watch again as long as I live. I know that. Nobody talks about Deja Vu. Ever. There we go. Thumbs up. Yeah. Did you like Pearl Harbor?
I wasn't bothered. Bothered by it. I thought it was okay. I've not got mass hatred for it, but it wasn't one that I'd be wanting to watch again. But it's just in with that box set, so it stops there. But yeah, Jerry Bruckheimer as a producer seemed to hold really strong influence over the directors and made a lot of very similar looking and feeling films that all appealed to us when we were in our mid-20s. And
they were all very successful as well and made a poo ton of money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Alex says, I occasionally make videos about films that haven't got physical versions in the UK. Any films that haven't had a release that you'd like to see besides Dead Alive?
I've got a physical version. It's questions like that I wish I'd got an immediate answer to, an immediate clever answer. But it's the kind of thing that I'll think about this question again in the morning and I'll go, oh, why didn't I say such and such? It's just in the moment. It's hard to come up with something, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I like, there's a comedy called Out Cold that I really used to like that I wouldn't mind seeing again. I have it on DVD, though, that was an import from the US. There's a personal sort of guilty pleasure that I really like called Chill Factor. I think that may have had a DVD in the UK, but certainly nothing better. And there's another guilty pleasure in there as well called Happy Texas, which was a comedy
Steve Zahn and what have you,
William H. Macy. And I really enjoyed that. I thought it was sweet. And it was one of these things that came off the back of a Sundance Film Festival. It got bought at Sundance by Miramax. Harvey Weinstein did his reshoots on it and got it released on DVD. I enjoyed the story behind it because it's one of these filmmakers that at the time like remortgaged his property to be able to afford to make this independent film that they did, and got bought out by Miramax, and he was quite successful. I think it did okay, but then it kind of disappeared. But I liked the story behind it. I liked when Sundance was big and these kind of brave filmmakers really sort of stepped up to the plate and delivered some nice, interesting movies. I liked the movie and I liked the story behind it as well. I wish that had a nicer release. But yeah,
there we go. That answered that then.
A couple on there. Colin, my guilty pleasure 4K is Labyrinth. Should be moving on from it in life, but still love it. Great memories of the cinema as a child. I'm okay with Labyrinth. It's not one I'm keen on rewatching myself, but Morton says, Phil, what are you holding? It looks like a set that would save a lot of space because I have most of them. It's a Blu-ray set called the Jerry Bruckheimer
collection.
It's got skinny cases with 2 movies in each, and there's 8 movies in total on that thing.
So what's the compression like on that, Phil? What's the bit rate on each movie? Tell us all about it.
I don't know.
Okay.
There's a great one in there, actually. I didn't mention that. Crimson Tide. Really love that film. Great Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington. I really enjoyed that at Flicks. It had me on the edge of my seat.
Really?
Yes. That had some rewrites from Tarantino on the script as well.
It did, yes.
Because the connection between Tony Scott from doing True Romance and got him involved in that.
Were you literally on the edge of your seat, though, Phil?
I was literally there. Because I get uncomfortable in the cinemas, so I have to like...
Yeah, what did we go and see? And you leant right forwards, and it was because you just could not get comfortable. I can't remember.
I don't know, there's a couple of times it was my lower back and things like that. Was it the Korean movie that went...
It was, yeah, No Other Choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a long film, though.
I was squirming on that.
I found that film about a half hour too long. And then about 3 days later, somebody reported that they're releasing some like 4 hours director's cut. I was like, nah, I'm all right. Thank you. Thanks anyway.
Woody says, Out Cold is a movie that I have on DVD, pride of my collection, along with Kingpin. There we go. Darren G says, watched Crimson Tide recently. It's still great. I'd watch that again, definitely. Mine's movie cupboard, slim cases, more spaces. Absolutely. Morton's reviews have been trying to get slim box sets. It's not bad size really for 8 movies, and that it's in the slimmer cases. It's
another option is, Morton, just get rid of stuff that you don't watch anymore. Think of all the space you'll have then.
Yeah,
just an idea. Just throwing it out there.
I'm not sure if the books if he'd have to get that from somewhere like CX or something now, because I don't know if it's still sort of produced or if HMV would have it or anything. Yeah, they have. HMV have got it for like 30 quid. It's on Amazon for about 22 quid. It's on
Amazon.
eBay.
Amazon £22.22.
Yeah.
Free delivery tomorrow. Or used prices, £22. So a saving of 22 pence. So that's good.
If you went to somewhere like CEX, that's about 18 quid. So it seems to be a pretty standard price for that one now. I assume it's out of print, but you can still get all the films.
Still going strong.
Yeah. Cinema Sound, does Mars Attacks count as a guilty pleasure? I would buy that when it comes to 4K.
I will be buying that when it comes to 4K. Sorry?
Would you say it's a guilty pleasure for you, Mars Attacks, or would you say
it's... not a guilty pleasure. It's a out there kind of 100% let everybody know pleasure. It's not guilty in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you know, I'm rocking me Mars Attacks tattoo and everything. So, no, I'm a Mars Attacks fan. Oh, sorry. I do apologise, Phil. Embiggen again, if you wish. There we go. Mars Attacks.
There we go. Very good.
Yeah.
Just throwing it back. Yeah, I think we're about covered. I think we're about there. I think we're approaching the end of the stream with
I think we're approaching the leaderboard, are we not?
Yeah. Are you seeing anything at the cinema this next week, Glenn? This week?
I've lost track of weeks. Was it last Wednesday we were going to see How to Make a Killing if you were doing it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. In that case, I'll probably be watching that tomorrow afternoon at the cinema.
Fair.
Yes.
I think the evening times for that the evening times for me to see that are not very good, because it's like 5 o'clock in the evening, which is too early because of the kids, and then it's like 8:30 in the evening, which is too late for me because I get tired.
Oh,
but yeah. Anyway,
watch today, watch tomorrow. Yeah, How to Make a Killing will probably be this week's viewing. Then I would think.
Yeah. Right then.
Do it. Leaderboard.
Top fans. We've got. How the hell does that work?
How the hell does what work, Phil?
Hang on. Let me just refresh this. Something's got to be wrong here.
Oh, I mean, if Jeremy Carr's at number 1, it's definitely wrong.
No, you're in the charts.
Oh, am I?
Apparently so.
You're in, as in PP?
No, not quite.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, for some reason you're marking top 10 in there, Glenn.
Well, you know,
I don't make the rankings. I don't choose this. So however it works, I apologise for those true fans. And yeah, Glenn shouldn't be in there. So I'm going to go from number 11 because this is rather alarming. Why is that? What have I done?
Well, I was commenting earlier. I mean, I only made about 4 comments, though. I don't know why it prioritises me. I mean, I am special in many ways, but
right then. So, top fans for the evening on this
top fans
live stream. We have at number 11. I'm going to go from number 11. We've got Anthony PLO. Who should be number 10 if it wasn't for Glenn. Number 10, we've got Cinema-san. Number 9, we've got Alex.
Oh, I'm higher than I thought I was going to be.
Number 8, we've got Mad Dog.
Number
7, we've got LP7399. Number 6, we've got Trevor. Number 5, we've got Glenn with a double N, randomly. Number 4, we've got Morden's Reviews. Number 3, we've got Woody.
Well done, Woody.
Number 2, we've got Jeremy Carr. And at number 1 for the week, wearing the number 1 crown and everything, we have Colin. Well done, all.
Well done, Colin. Well done, Colin.
You charting, but I appreciate everyone, not just those in the charts, but everyone that's listening and watching.
No, but we prefer Colin to somebody like Jeremy, don't we?
I don't want to say it live on air, but
should I have not?
We love everyone.
We do. We do.
Yes, all opinions are our own. Blah blah blah. Never mind.
Yada yada yada.
Yeah. Anyway,
T's and C's on the website.
Yes. We'll see you all next week.
Yeah.
Next week sound good? Yeah.
Bye. 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 Bye.